this time when the war is beginning, I was 16 years old. I born first in Warsaw. I go to the school in Warsaw, and after in 37, 38, 39, I stay in school in Switzerland, together with American people, with French people, with Belgian people. And I come back before, 1 month before, war is beginning. War is beginning the 1st September 39. My family, my mother, and my father go to the army. Sit down, please. All right, good. And when my father and my mother go to the army, I think I go too. I go voluntarily to the army with general, and I arrive till the Russian border. In 17 September 39, our troops stay in one side the Russian, in one side the German. We fighting with the Germans and with the Russian, and in end of the September 39, general say, you young people go home. We go to the Brest, and Brest was occupied by the Russian Secret Service, Russian, take me to the prison. And 11 November 39, he takes all troops in the wagons to Siberia. I escaped, I arrived to Warsaw. In my home, nobody stay. Only the servants stay and say to me, Mr. George, your parents is not here. Only the friend of your parents, Colonel, stayed here. He arrived, he's not home. He arrived late. And he arrived and say to me, George, you go to underground army. Yeah, all right, I go. And 3rd December 39, arrived my mother. And my mother never know that I stay in underground army. And I stay in underground army till 21 April 41. 20 April 41, arrived Gestapo to my home. And before the Gestapo arrived, my mother say, I stay in the underground army, and the Gestapo take me. I don't know. And you know that I stay on. My mother look me, you stay in underground army? I say, yes. And maybe not take you, take me. And the Gestapo arrived. After 2 hours, the Gestapo stayed home, take me in the prison. Take me to the cars. In the cars, I go to the prison, Warsaw prison. After 2 days, he take me to the headquarters for the interrogation. My leg, my finger, my dents,
teeth
is out. He's tortured me from 8 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock afternoon. And I'm sorry that is when I speak to you, everything's come back, you know, in my eyes. And he take me to the prison. After 2 days, the same thing, interrogation. After the second interrogation, I cannot move. myself. My friend take me to the cars. With the cars, I go to the prison, the hospital. I stay in the hospital, in the prison. A doctor say, George, I got nothing to eat. For that reason, it's not possible to eat. I have no dents, nothing. He give me something to drink, to eat. I have everything's broken, finger broken, everything's broken. And after 2 weeks, it's all right. I go, move something. He speak to me, and after 1 month, he say to me, prison doctors, say, George, you go to underground army. In prison. I say, all right, I go. And I stayed underground army till 18 April 42. 18 April 42, make the transportation to Auschwitz. We arrive to the trains like, you know, the wagon like animals. In one wagon, 17 people, you know, 17 people go. You know, it's 350 kilometers from Warsaw till Auschwitz. 2 days, no eating, no drinking, nothing. 2 days, we arrive in the trucks, we arrive to Auschwitz. And when you stay in Auschwitz, you know, when you arrive by train, it stops, the train stops, open the doors, everybody out, the SS arriving at the capo, and we go to the entrance to the camps. There is writing Arbeit macht frei. Rudolf Hess, commandant of the camp, say, Arbeit, that is work, make free, is not for you. For you is free crematorium. You go to crematorium after 3 months. For what reason? That you have not forced to work. You have only, it's possibility to work only 3 months. After 3 months, you go to the crematorium. And when you entrance to the camps, when we arrived, street was blood, plenty of the blood. Why? From block 11, make the transportation, these people get shooting, make the transportation to crematorium. The prison not cleaning, you know, the street, for that reason was the blood in the street. We arrive, is finished my name, her name is finished. I receive number, a triangle, red triangle, that's political prison. Maybe somebody know, you know, that I receive uniforms, and the triangle I show you.
Oh, the triangle, they explained that to us. Yeah. The triangles.
Like this one.
Oh.
That's uniform. Triangle is here, and number here, and the legs.
Okay.
Number and triangle.
Okay.
And first letters is P is Polish. Russian have R. French have F. First letter of the nation. And we learning, what we learning? First thing, the German. When somebody knows German, that's very good. When somebody knows, is learning the German. For what reason? For example, when you like work and you like going to toilet, you must go to SS, and you must say in German, please trade, Schutzhäftling Pole, number, my number, I go to abroad. He take me, is the, so wood, Jura, hold, and you can stay only 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, you receive the kick, and you go down, it's finished. And when we go to work, we were singing in German. If I told in German, and the lady translate that. In Lager Auschwitz.
In Auschwitz, in camp Auschwitz.
In Camp Auschwitz. Wo einmal.
Wo?
Wo einmal.
Where once upon a time.
Und Sport und Zwick.
Art, sports, and.
Und Arbeitsdienst.
And the work service.
Und ich bin froh.
And I am happy.
Wo steht ein Sing?
That I can sing.
Wo steht ein Sing für mein Vaterland?
Oh, where there is victory for my home country.
And we must know the.
I lost it, sorry.
That was in English.
We must know words in German. Is writing in the taps of the kitchen. Fleißigkeit,
Like when you keep yourself busy and being
Ehrlichkeit,
honesty,
Sauberkeit,
that you're cleanliness,
alles für Liebe die Vaterland.
all for love for the homeland.
The, everything you must know that when SS asks you about these words, you must know that. When no, it take the pistol and kill you. We go out to the work in 5 o'clock in the morning. We walk, or we go by train to the Monowice, to dig Farben, make the construction of the chemical factory. And we come back in 10 o'clock in the night. You know, it's for you, for me the same thing. It's not possible when I work from 5 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock in the night. It's not possible to do that. I must have eyes or turn the head. For what reason? When the SS arriving, I work. When they go out, I stop. When the capo arrive, I work. When the capo go out, I stop. Only you risk when the SS or the capo find you that you don't work, he kill you.
Right.
And every day we work, we go to working. In Appel, in the night we receive in the morning coffee, in the midday soup, that's water. In the night we receive 1 kilo of bread for 4 people and 5 grams of margarine, that's all. In tattooage in the left hand is beginning of tattooage 942 in December. These people can live before December 42. Have not the number. I have not the number. Only in Auschwitz got the number. Only in Auschwitz. For that reason, Rudolf Hess say, too many people escaped. For that reason, he make tattooage in the left hand. And is, you know, the work that's about 26 days. And it's one thing very important for you. In our camps, in every camps in the Germany, or in Poland, or in France, we are the one big family. It's not different, ni religion, ni nation. These people, his old prison, must help. And he helped us when he stayed, or as the French people, or the Polish people, or the Russian people. You must help. It's obligatory for you. Helping. And in this time, now, in the same thing. Many times, my son, no, for the birthday, he called me from French, from Luxembourg, from every place. He gave me the cards, you know. We are a big family. One of my friends called me every day. He asked me, George, is good? Everything is all right. I say, all right. They call me, you know. And you know, that is the family. As I like the family. One day in Auschwitz, in the night appel, we text, you know the Stehbunker? You see the Stehbunker? No, in the block 11. When you stay in Auschwitz, in block 11, you stay down in the cells. In the cells of the Stehbunker, down. Okay, the prison go down. One day, that's in May 42, in the Sunday, we work not. The SS put the cigarette, and I take the cigarette. He called me, he say, you like the smoking the German cigarette? I received this heft. I received the boats from one side, from different side, and I received 4 nights Stehbunker. After that, in the end of the May 42, in the night appel, he say my number. And when the appel is finished, the block chief of the block say, you go in the right side. I don't know in what reason I go. I go in the block 11, they shoot me, kill me, or I go in different, I don't know what is happening. When his appel is finished, he take me to the block 28 with the ambulance, the hospital. I received the hospital and I see many SS doctors and the doctor of the prison doctor. SS say, take out everybody, everything that you have. I take out and immediately I receive injection. And after injections you say, take him to the block 20. I arrived to the block 20 and my friend who worked in the block 20 say, George, you receive typhus. Experimentation. Look, when the SS arrive and give you the medicine, you take not this medicine, please. For that reason, this medicine kill you. You must take the medicine in the link after when you go out SS, you crash. And in this time, I have the temperature about 14 days, 40 degrees. And one day, that is beginning of the June 42, arrived my friend and said to me, George, go out from this block. We take you out to the block 25 And when he arrived, first transportation go out. For that reason, all block, the one block is 1,000 people. In block 20, go to the gas chamber. And take me out. I go to block 25. I work in the Birkenau, construction the Birkenau. And after 1 week, he take me to the different camp, to the Gross-Rosen with the trucks. I arrived in Gross-Rosen. That is, you know, one is the work and the concentration camps is for everybody. It's very difficult when the administration, when it's political administration, that is prison, political prison, as the, you know, the red wingle.
Triangle.
Yes, triangle. Have red, that's political, that's very good. When the administration, criminal people, German criminal people, green. One or the black, that's very bad. In Gross-Rosen, every capo, chief of the block, was green. Was very, very bad. And the commandant of the camps was Obersturmführer Thumann. Is very bad for us. He takes with the dogs, you know, and dogs take us in the trial. Takes as you know, are very, very bad. That is stand work. We work in this stone work, stonework, in the granite. And in this time, I stay in these camps 2.5 years. In January 44, when the Allied troops arriving, takes everybody to Germany. And I arrive to Dachau with the transportation, 500 people, and this all transportation arrived to Dachau. Only stay 2 days, and is obligatory to go to the factory, V1 or the V2. V1, I don't know what is explain you. That's the you know, the special Waffen. Das ist V1 oder V2. Rakete. Das ist Rakete V1, V2. And Messerschmitt, motor of the Messerschmitt. And this factory was very close the Swiss Bodensee. And my friend can see me, say, George, you stay in Dachau 1. You go not to this factory. And everybody go, and after the liberation, he killed everybody can stay in the factory. And I stayed here in Dachau. In Dachau, I stay in the Undergroundsarbeiten with the officers, you know, from Luxembourger, Belgian, French. We stay in the Undergroundsarbeiten. In the end of 44, beginning 45, my friend can work cleaning, you know, the room from the SS, see in table telegrams. Himmler say to commandant the camps. Commandant of the camp was Rupert. They say to Rupert, every prison never go in the Alliance forces to stay in life. Everybody was killed. And we arrived, when we received these telegrams, we give to us this copy of these telegrams, and the telegram Underground Army give to George Patton. George Patton arrived Sunday, 5 afternoon, 5 hours before the SS Viking arriving from Munich killed us. I received that. That is General Patton Army, 42 Division. And in this way, I weighed 38 kilos. He take me to the hospital, and I stay in the hospital. I have, I am very sick. And in hospital, thank you of American doctor, I stay alive. And after that, I go to American Army. I stay in Frankfurt. I stay in Frankfurt, Nuremberg, Langwasser. And after, she said to me, officers, George, you go to Italy. It's better for you. That is 80 Army, is Polish Second Corps. And I arrived to Italy, and this time I was in Italy, that's Dolce Vita. For me, Dolce Vita, that is very good time, very good life. And one day, officer, commandant of the camps, say, you go to 3 or 4 people, go to Rome. I arrived to Rome when somebody know Rome. I arrived to Rome, to Piazza Venezia. In Piazza Venezia is very high street, Corso. I go to the Corso, I see my father arriving. My father arriving with the officers, and I stay with the friends. And I gave the salute of my father, and my father said, what you doing here? And I explained my father what has happened. And my father said, finish your military. You go studying. And I finished studying. And after I arrived with the English forces to England, to London, I stayed in Lake, Staffordshire. And after my father died, and in this time, I never had nothing for my matter. I have not news what I do. The headquarters of the English Army say, you can go to Canada, to New Zealand, to Australia, or to Colombia, Venezuela, Brazil, Argentina. I think, I am very young. I am thinking what I do. I go out from Europe, and I arrive to Argentina. And this time, I don't know speaking in Spanish. I speak French, German, and I go gaucho for 6 months learning Spanish. And after 6 months, I arrive to Buenos Aires, and I go to the very big hospital, the reception desk. In one day in the reception desk, arriving Evita Peron, and asked it to me, George, I like speak to you. But meet you. When he go out, he proposed me, I work with she. I working, and I give the telegrams, not telegram, the certificate notice to Red Cross to find my mother. And I received news from my mother. My mother stay alive. I decide arriving to Warsaw. With the ships, I arrived to Warsaw. He take me to the prison. I stayed 3 months in the prison, in the communistic army. After, I work in the construction building, in the do the same thing. I was the interpreter in the first interpreter in the embassy, Buenos Aires, Argentina embassy. Only 3 months. For that is I have the, every time when I go out from home, I have the guards, you know, to take me. I like not that. And for that reason, I go, I see my friends for in Young Men Christian Association was. And he find me the jobs in the construction building. In this time, I learning skiing, soccer, playing, tennis, playing, you know, and I make the sports. And after in 57, when it's possible, I go work in the travel agency. Travel agency, I work till I go to pension. When after I go to pension, I try to work in the guide, you know, with the plenty of people. In 57 arrived Nixon, President Nixon, and secretary of President Nixon was my friend who stayed in the school together with me. These American people, Forrestal, who stayed together with me in the school in Switzerland. And in this time, arriving the Nixon, I was the guide of him. In this time, the arrived Nixon, after Stephenson arriving, sister of Kennedy, Schreier, and in this time I meet these people. I was traveling that agency, I meet these people. And after I go to pension, and now I am the same thing in the pension. Plenty of people ask me about why I do that. For that reason, my friend who stay in the concentration camps with me never like do that. I do that when I promise my friend has died in concentration camps. I do that. I told you everything what is happened in the concentration camps, what is true. And for what reason I do that? When I like that you, young people, never suffer like me. For that reason I know what is the young are last my own young life. And I do that you have better life. You are enjoy everything. Never you can cry. You must smile everything, you know. When it's sunshine, you smile. When it's raining, you smile. Everything you smile. For that reason, I do that never come the war, never come on the concentration camps, and never you suffer. When God gives me the health, I do that for you. And I hope they are enjoying in your life. You never have life like me. You have better life. I hope that. All right, thank you. And when you have some question, I am ready. I give you the answer. Yes, please.
When you were in the underground army, that was while you were in the concentration camp?
No. Look, yeah, underground, I explained it. underground army was before, okay, war is finished in Poland, and every young people go to underground army. When I am arrested and I go to the prison, in prison, in concentration camps, is underground army too. What I told you not, what the underground army do, what information give you outside, to England. Oh, I give you not the news that we sent the telegrams in 43 to Roosevelt and Churchill. I told you that undergrounds do that. The same thing in Dachau. I gave you the news to the General Patton. The same thing, the underground army. They stay in Dachau. In Auschwitz in 43, the plenty when finished is Birkenau, arrived plenty of transportation, arrived plenty of transportation to the gas chamber. We sent the telegrams to Churchill and Roosevelt, bombing the railway station and the track to the gas chamber. For that reason, they stopped the transportation directly to the gas chamber. You see the selection in Birkenau. You see selection or no? You see the selection in Birkenau when you arrive the train.
Yes.
And use door, big one. The train arrive. In the left side is the woman. In the right side is barrack for the men. For the men is wood barracks. That's very bad. For that reason, the wood barrack in the winter time is very cold. In the summertime, it's very hot. And when train arrive and go out, is selection of the people. When we work, they build, the Birkenau. Birkenau is for 2,000 people. And the Stammlager Auschwitz I was for 30,000. And Birkenau was 200,000 people. And when we work, they arrive and selection was. These people never know how to go to the gas chamber. He thinking that they go to the shower, And we know that the people go to the gas chamber and we cannot help. We can help one person, two person, and not all transportation, And what is the bad for me and for everybody? When it's selection, a cry takes out the people, the children cry, mama cry, father cry, what takes out, I heard every time when I arrive to the Birkenau, I heard everything, from my... And now the same thing, when I arrive, I heard the cry, That was very, very bad. And underground army, the same thing before the tattooage, what we do. For example, administration give you news that these French people, the general, go in the block 11 to kill him. The underground army see which block he stay. We take him to the hospital and we change the number of these people gets die. We change the number. We give the number of these officers, the number of the died people. For example, the died Russian people, and he is French people. We give the change the number, You understand what I mean?
Yes.
And we change, and when the Gestapo ask, what is the gentleman? The chef of the block say, he's killed, he's died. I stay in life, only he have different number, different nation. That's what undergrounds can do.
came back to Poland, did you meet up with your mother?
Yes, I arrived to Poland and I give my mother. I stay with my mother. My mother died 68. I stay 4 years more, 8 years. I stayed with my mother together. My mother was officer in the First World War and the Second World War. Yes.
How do you think you were found out and the Gestapo came for you? Why do you think that they found out that you were...
You mean now?
I mean back in... when you were initially thrown into... when you were initially interrogated and sent to Auschwitz. How do you think they found out about you?
You know, first things I told you. You know, the young people in this time have the mother, have like kissing, stay together, very close mother. And you must strong. You cannot thinking about nothing about your home. You cannot thinking about you better life than you have before. Like robot, jak jest? Robot. You know, you move like robot. You know, you must do that. You must not thinking, you know. Plenty of people say it's not strong, you know. He go, George, I cannot move, I cannot work. I must speaking with these people, you know. They must strong. You must say that you go out from the camps. You must go. That's not very easy. That's very difficult, you know. Only, you know, I don't know, from 480 people can go from the prison to the camps, I stay alive. I don't know why. You must understand. Look, these people will die very quickly, and very close me is die. I ask, what is time for me? What time? I wait 4.5 years. I wait for the die. 4.5 years. That's not one day. Every day I see my friend is die. Second, my friend is die. Third is die. And I wait. Every time I wait. What is my turn? And I don't know. I think that maybe it's God. It takes you, hurts. I don't know. Maybe it's somebody hurts me. Take me out. You go, I can't do that. No. You know, I like that you understand what is happening. You know, for that reason, many people ask me about the Germans. I cannot tell that every German is very bad. No, for that reason, the young people never know the war. I cannot do that. I have plenty of friends, you know. I have plenty of friends, German friends, plenty. And these people, they say, meet me, write to me, I speak to me, and everything. So, in the world, you have bad people and good people. You must choose in every place. It's not exactly the same. You are different, I am different. In everything, in mentality, in everything, you know. And you must know that you strong, you are a strong man. And maybe too strong. But some you have, every time you must have, and I have, heart open. for everybody. When somebody, you know, is sick or there's somebody, I give everything what they need. Today, when somebody call me and ask me, George, I need that, I give that. For that reason, I have open. The same thing. It's not different that you speak English, I speak Polish. No difference. You have heart open, I have to, for you, I have open heart. Very big, not very small, very big. You understand, for example, I not understand the mentality of the German, SS German. Why? I tell you that. In one day in Grossrosen, I work cleaning the room of the SS officers. For that reason I speak German. And one day, Chief Ensberger can live together in the barracks with wife. He say, go to me. I go, the chief, the officers say to me, I go, he close the door, he takes out the window, I see the soup, he give me the soups, say to me, you are hungry? All right, give me the soup. And he, second soup, no, for that the stomach is very small, you know. Could you not eat more? For that the stomach break. And wife of him give me the butter and the bread. And takes out. And he say to me, never you see me, never I speak with you, and that's why in 2 o'clock. In 6 o'clock I come back to the camps, and the same officers, with the plenty officer, arrive, and the all SS, that is the not officers, we stay in block, all prisons stay in blocks. He arrived drunks, you know, drunks too much, this officer, and put the cigarettes, you know, and the prison take the cigarette, you know. The officer put the cigarette in the middle, you know, and the prison take the cigarette. He brings the pistol, the same man bring the pistol and kill 5 people. You understand that? I know. I never understand the mentality of these people. It's very difficult to understand that. You like something?
Any other questions?
Before that, before this accident,
Yes.
I just have a comment. I think that it takes a lot of courage with all that you've gone through and all of the things you've experienced to come here and talk to us about it. I think that takes a lot of courage and bravery. So I really appreciate you coming here and talking about it because it makes us more knowledgeable so we can prevent it from happening in the future.
Yeah. You know, I told you, it's very difficult for me. For that reason, everything, when I speak with you, I come back. I see everything, what is happening. Only, you know, I told you before, that I like that your life is better than mine. And I do that. When God gives me the health, I do that for you, for everybody. I like very much when you, someday, when you arrive, I have the same thing, heart is open for you, for everybody. I know what this suffer is. I know. I like that you have better life than I have. Yes.
I saw in your pictures that you went back to visit Auschwitz. Why did you go back there? Why did you want to see it?
For that reason, you know, I come back to Auschwitz. is plenty of museum. I am now the president of the association in Warsaw, Auschwitz. And director of the museum asked me, George, what is the better? That is the cleaning, you know, that's the copies in the museum, that's the same when you was here. And I told everybody, you know, with every people, every prison, for every nation, for example, the day of the liberation, arrived to Auschwitz. I arrived too. But sometime I arrived with the people together with the chief of the, you know, of the association of same thing, in the chief of the groups arriving to the different international groups arrive to Auschwitz. I go. And I told you the same thing I told you. For that reason, the people like have the information from these people to stay. That's the difference. That's the write the books. That's the difference. Can you see the films or the movie? It's different. I think so. It's for you. It's better that you understand. I like that you understand. I like the mind, mentality of me, and understand the people. All right? Good. Słuchaj, Adaś, weź, tam jest plecak mój. Masz plecak? Aha, to weźmiemy, to włożymy. We take... I can, you can see, you can, something when I find, just a moment, it's very interesting for you. To give me the, yes. Look, that's very interesting. I find that when I interrogate by the Gestapo in Warsaw. How many letters is that in my name and forename?
How many letters?
How many letters is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15. It's 15, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Remember this 15.
I am born 9, 0, 6. 9 and 6 is 15, yes?
Mm-hmm.
923, 10, 15. That's right?
All right.
I am arresting 941. Is 15.
Oh my goodness.
Auschwitz 31119 is 15. Grossrosen 2751 is 15.
Total.
Dachau
Resume
6
is 15.
3, 1, 2, 3 is 15.
All 15s.
Oh, very good. Wow, that's very interesting.
Lucky number.
Lucky number.
Well, do these numbers like Dachau, that's the number that stood
Yes,
for Dachau?
yes.
That was the
yes,
number of the
that's
camp?
same thing, huh?
Okay. Then, I see. 15.
15.
Very
For that
interesting.
reason, when I arrive to the camps, I say, I have number 50, I stay long life.
Well, that's very interesting. Is the bus driver ready for us, do you think?
We're just like to say that we're very appreciative that you came out here to spend your time with us and to share your experience. And we would like to give you these. They're like souvenirs from where we're from, Chicago.
Thank you very much. You are very
Would you like to
kind.
add anything?
And also, on behalf of People to People, we would like to present to you this pin that we would love if you would wear it.
Yes, all right. The people to the people.
Yes, and our founder was President Dwight D. Eisenhower. Thank you.
Thank you. You can see everything. All right, thank you. Adaś masz gusto. And you know, you must know that every child, when these people have experimentation, every child when is born is invalid.
I told them. You know, I was born with cerebral palsy. When I was young, I couldn't walking. In my life was a situation like I haven't hope to recover to health. You know, every doctor said you can't walk, you can't move, you can't, etc., etc., etc. And my father and I decided to show them, to these doctors, that he haven't right to say this. And my father worked hard with me, very hard, day by day. I recovered to fitness. You know, I have disabilities. My mobility is today is right now good, really good. Mobility, you know. My lifestyle is much more sporty, and I have playing tennis. I am coach of tennis. I am coaching tennis, and I'm playing tennis, and I'm teaching tennis. 7 years old boy right now, and my life is very difficult too, because that's why I couldn't walking. Every psychologist told me that I couldn't finish schools because I have cerebral palsy. Because you can't finish school because you have a low low IQ,
Right.
low IQ.
Right.
My son is finished the studying now.
My studies, I finished special education. I am not working in my faculty because it's a low pension and haven't ever voluntary to this to working in my faculty. So I am tennis coaching, and I am working in the travel agency right now.
nie opowiadał o burcie, jak byłem zaproszony ciebie. Byłem zaproszony do Sowa. Oni są przygotować tak. Kolega, ja Prusów zawiadam, że zgadzam się na wyjście do Auschwitz, państwem niepodległym, państwem niezależnym. Ja się zgadzam na to, że na wysokości, jak on to przygotował, to tak Prusowi, który był zalany, podpisał.
Ale jak tak po prostu?
Tak, to przywódcy. I on podpisał, i on to posłał do klasy, już nie było wyjścia.
Nie było wyjścia?
Tak, jest. Przecież opowiadał mi Figiel na ten. Później
Jaka historia, co? Pisana wódką. Dobra, tu się zatrzymamy, czekamy na niego tutaj.
I like it. I wonder how many that's what I was going to say, but I wonder if it's cheaper, but I definitely would not be surprised.
jest prawie nasze życie.
Like, this is something that, like, no one
taka pani, ona się nazywa Hobel. Ona wie. Starsza pani. Ona dzwoni do mnie, bo ja z nimi byłem właśnie, jak oni pierwszy raz przyjechali do Polski. Słuchaj, najlepiej jak on przyjedzie, to będzie klub, wiesz? Tak, można. A oni
Jaki jest głęboki wstęp?
very quickly we can go.
30 seconds we have to load the bus. He's coming to us on the bus. Every time the balloon. Okay, but
Where are we going?
oh, sorry. I'm in the camera.
No, you're not. You're fine.
made this.
This was definitely more than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Count off, please.
Count off, guys.
Sorry, I'm in your seat.
Andrea, sit here so you can see. You want to sit here?
7, 9.
Alex.
Everybody?
I heard 10. Where's 11?
Oh, 13.
14.
18. That's
Okay, yeah, I remember this was like
He's young, right?
his full name and then
Young.
the day
like
that he was
birthday.
Yeah. The
20.
year.
20.
These are the concentration camps. Those are the numbers.
Oh, okay.
Adds up to 15.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Alright,
Very
here you
cool.
go.
Thank you.
Unless you did you want it?
No.
Watch out, people. Nice.
You will come back to...
Come on, guys.
I will.
Time today? Please email address you say? Yes, please.
It's not on there. It's just phone number and address.
Like we have the screen. Not so much. Guys, wave to him.
Chop way.
Yeah. Wait, Dan. Did you give his son's email address?
Yes, I did.
I'm gonna have to borrow that. Do you think he has his own?
How he closed his story of his life, telling that this is all for us, this is all for us to have a better life, and he hopes that we never have to suffer. And there was a tiny little tear, or maybe not even one, running down my face, just because, do you remember when I told you about my grandfather who went pretty much through the same things? Well, the thing with him is that he took everything to grave with him, and he said, you wouldn't understand that anyway. And he never told my mom, and he never told me. He didn't pass it on to the future generations. So I asked Mr. Kowalewski today, like, how can you do it? Why is that so important? How could you get over it? And he says it just takes extremely loads of positivity and just an extreme strength in order to be able to do that. Because as he said, most of his buddies that were in concentration camps didn't talk about it. And I thought about my grandfather while he was speaking, and I was very sad that my grandfather didn't tell any of his life stories because he was too disturbed to do that. So yeah, I hope you'll remember him forever, and that was definitely a good meeting, and you were awesome. Good. Any more questions for tomorrow? Tomorrow is nothing much basically happening.